Welcome to our winter concert 2025. This is the Magnolia Junior High School Concert Band. We've got a very young group this year, which is always a fun thing in the future. But these kids have been working really, really hard. We're going to show you what we've been working on since August. And the way that our program is set up, we really focus a lot on technique and process and developing skills instead of just throwing a bunch of songs out there and nothing sounds good. So it's a little bit of a longer process. It's more of a marathon rather than a sprint. But these kids have been working really hard. And we're going to go ahead. Those of you who know me, we're actually going to start 30 seconds early. Amazing. We're going to go ahead and start with the Star Spangled Banner. So, if you wouldn't mind, please rise. It's a nice little patriotic tune that we learned for Veterans Day. This is my country. Ready? So there was like this really kind of cool thing that came out, forget, like summerish time, and I thought it was a show on Netflix, and I was just kind of, I don't have time to watch the show. And then one of the students at USC, who also loves anime, found out I loved anime and said, "Have you seen this thing? It's absolutely amazing." And I'm going, "No, it's a series. I don't have time to watch a series right now." It's like, I'm already behind on it. "Oh, it's not a series, it's a movie." And I go, "Oh, really?" So I watched this thing, and it's absolutely amazing. And it takes place in Korea, and it deals with a pop band, and they are fighting the forces of evil. And what was really cool was my friend, the director of USC, wrote an arrangement for the USC band to play, which we performed. And then I kind of go, "That's actually a kind of nice arrangement. I think my kids would enjoy reading that." So what I did was I stole the arrangement of Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters from USC, and I handed it to these kids. And I didn't change anything except the drum parts, because there was like some really nasty high-level stuff in there that I was like, they'll be ready for that in a few years. But everybody else, there's some things in there. I mean, the range gets really high, and the trumpet players kind of looked at it and they said, "Yeah, good, play it." So it gets up there. And so this is the arrangement, this is our arrangement of Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters. That's only actually half the song. You only arranged half the song. That's something that I've corrected to do with that in the spring. So it's a pretty good tune. The kids love playing it. I love listening to it, so why not? So now we're going to get started with our winter part of the program. This is our traditional winter opener. This is based on a Ukrainian carol, folk tune called Carol of the Bells. would like to say a few words. This is her second year with us. This is Dr. Isabel Brenes, and we're very happy to have her with us here this evening.
It's a wonderful evening. It showcases the dynamic, I would say, power that Mr. Jenkins has in regards to his music excellence. He's got a great ear, he's got great patience. He is been to some of the best schools to study and play, and he brings that to us, to our kids. And every year this is such a wonderful event that my husband and I love to come to visit. Not only is it just a wonderful blessing to see all of our parents and our families here. We're a Magnolia family, so it's always so wonderful to see you all. It's also so wonderful to see Chino High School. These students come down just to support our students. The Chino Valley family is great here. And then, of course, this is a wonderful night to showcase all of our wonderful students that work so hard. If you are one of their parents or loved ones, you know that they've been practicing a lot. They had a wonderful parade debut, and this is just a wonderful evening. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. Thank you.
So, moving right along. I don't want to feel like I'm rushing through this. You know, we put some time and effort into this. You know, we're learning and we're improving and we're getting better. So, do you like what you hear so far? As we continue to work, as we continue to put in the effort, these kids are going to continue to improve. So, you know, I always like to say, you know, it may be nice now. This is nowhere near as good as it's going to be. But we just got to keep working and keep getting better. So, I'm really very impressed with the amount of improvement that we've made since August, especially since we do have quite a young group. If you've taken a look at the program, I've put the grades next to everybody's names. And basically, the 7th graders outnumber the 8th graders 2-to-1. So we have a very young group. We have a lot of very young people. We have some people out on the program that are so new. They've joined us within the last 2 to 3 weeks, so of course they're not with us, but I did include them in the roster just because they're part of our program. So, but we are working, we are learning, we are improving, we are growing, and that's the goal. You know, the goal is never perfection. That's not the goal. The goal is improving. The goal is seeing how good you can get. You know, the benefit of hard work and work. Yeah. So we're going to continue on. This is our arrangement of Parade of the Wooden Soldiers, and you know, just really trying to work on style with these guys. It's kind of a march-ish type of thing, but it's supposed to be very stiff and very precise, just like wooden soldiers. So, you know, one of the things I tell the kids, look, you know, music is more than the notes and the rhythms. The notes and the rhythms tells you the sound to make. If you get the notes and the rhythms, that's just the first layer. That's the first level, right? You actually have to be artistic and expressive and turn that sound into music. And that's really where the artistry comes from. So you work, you get your technical development, you develop your skills just like the great painters do, right? They know how to use every brush stroke to create the image that they want. They know how to blend that color palette to get the image that they want on the canvas. The musician is the same way. We have to learn how to use this equipment to produce the sound and the artistic, and give it the artistic expression to really make it transcendent and musical, right? So that's what we do here. So this is our arrangement of Parade of the Wooden Soldiers. as professionally moving back over the battery instruments. So this last Saturday, who was able to go out and see the Chino Christmas Parade? Awesome. How do you think the kids did? We spent 1 week working on our marching. Okay. I was taught very long ago, you gotta learn how to play before you learn how to march. And the better you play, the easier it's gonna be to learn how to march. So, you know, we work August, September, October, November. It's like, okay, 4 months of play, and let's see what we got. And then we get out there, we work, and we go to the parade. So, it's actually it's kind of, I get to flex my muscles a little bit because, you know, I'm not, you know, it's a little misleading. I'm not like, okay, this is probably be funny for some of you that know me. I am not your prototypical, I'm not your typical junior high band director. All right, I'm not like I'm actually a high school guy who got married, started my family, got two of our boys are here. And when we got married, we were starting our family, I was told, okay, you're done doing high school for a while now. You want to spend time with your family, so it's time for you to come do junior high. And, you know, it was a good decision because I actually learned a whole lot. I've really improved on a lot of my teaching, and I've had a great time teaching from this level, working up. But I've been teaching marching since I was these kids' age. And, you know, throughout high school, I was always one of the kids that wanted to help teach the marching, and I love teaching marching. But again, playing comes first. So this is the 1 week where I get to go, I get to teach marching. Yeah, so we get to have a little bit of fun. It's fun teaching the horns up and the horns down, and how to set the heel and roll through and all that. So it's a lot of fun. Okay, but I think 1 week is enough. Because again, with this age group, the fun comes from the play. And the better you get at playing, the more you can enjoy it. So, you know, you got to invest the time and the effort, and if you put one time and effort into something, you have to neglect another thing. So, which is why we focus so much on playing. But we really did a nice job and worked really hard. And what we're going to do for you now is we're going to perform our parade sequence. We're going to start off with our cadences. I only included 2 of the 4 cadences that we learned on the program. So we're going to get back, and then they're going to roll right into a roll-off, and then we'll play our piece, Merry Christmas, which includes Deck the Halls, and Come All Ye Faithful, and Angels We've Heard on High. Not yelling at you, so don't make your voice. My son, call the band to attention. 1, 2, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. That is our fall marching percussion, right? So fall, we get that out and teach all the technique for that. Sorry, Manuscript, not traditionally. You learn traditionally in high school. Only high school snare play that. Everything else is national. Sorry, geeking out about it. So we work on that in the spring, in the fall, and then in the spring, it all shifts over to concerts. And then we learn all of the stuff with all of the bells and the xylophone and the vibraphone and the marimba, not marimba, and then the timpani, you know, all of the extra stuff. And if you notice, we're actually starting to get some of our new equipment in that we had ordered 3 years ago. So, you know, it's like, see, the thing is, Yamaha don't send you the stuff until you pay Yamaha. So it's like the stores can only front so much money. So they front it. Yamaha gets it to us, we pay them, and then they front it in. So it comes in anyways. We should have everything hopefully by the end of this year. So, but yeah, so we're starting to get that. Those of you who've been around a while, you'll notice we've got a brand new concert bass back there. The white one is taking a vacation. We got our new xylophone. We got 2 of those. We're still waiting on our bells and our vibraphone and our marimba. So, and then our new set of 5 tims. They're supposed to be copper pedals. So, and we're also already got our new trombones. We got our new flutes. You notice nice rose gold bells. Basically told them, hey, you need to be really, really careful with those because those are cost quite a bit. So, but you know, if you want to sound like a pro, you got to have pro gear. And you know, we try to get the best we can for our students so they can grow into it and not be held back by the quality of the instruments they have. Because when you're talking about musical instruments, quality does matter. So we try to get the best that we can for our kids, so our kids can be the best that they can be. Because that's what we want, right? I want that as you know, not just as a teacher, but as a parent, right? I want that for everyone's kids. So, so we're just about to finish, get our last piece up for the evening. This is another one of our traditional pieces. We have a couple of pieces that we play every single year. It's kind of our benchmark. Kind of see how much the 8th graders have grown from last year. Because I always tell them, hey, I don't want you to play this the way you played it last year because you're much better than you were last year. I want you to take a look at it with fresh eyes and think about it musically, not just try to get through the notes and the rhythms, right? So this is a holiday classic, and this is a very nice arrangement of Sleigh Ride by Leroy. Ready? I first stepped foot on this campus in 1992. I was in college, learning how to be a music educator, learning from some really great band directors how to be the best band director I can be. It was a very long journey. Through my years in college, my years having my own high school groups, and then coming here, and now being here in my 24th year. I can't believe it, 4 years. So, yeah. I'm not, like I said, when I first got here, I was 18 going on 19, now I'm 52. Got 3 grown kids, got a great life. All 3 of our kids came here to Magnolia, went to Chino, our youngest is now a senior. Have Michael and David here tonight. Great to see this. I guess I wasn't that tough on them that they come back and actually watch. I guess they're not that afraid of me. So it's always great to see these guys up on Alumni Hill, I guess. So it's just a lot of fun. So I really appreciate everybody supporting this group, supporting these kids, supporting me. And it's just been really, really awesome. So we're going to close our concert, as we do every concert, with Mustang.
pictures. Let's go. You look back on this and you're glad you did.